Name is Worsham L, and I am your host for Trauma Tip Tuesday. Today, we are discussing how do you promote safety so that you can see an improvement in your outcomes, okay? So my tip for you today is to create predictability. Understanding trauma-informed care means that you recognize that stress responses that we see in our staff and our clients, etc., are often a response from their own traumatic history, right? And so in understanding this, we are able to recognize and respond to stress responses, but also help to eliminate the opportunity for stress responses to arise in the first place. And we do so by creating predictability. When a person is feeling safe, they are able to be present with you. So if they know what's to come, there's less likely for them to be in their head or in the past, depending on their experiences with whatever service you're providing. So here are a couple of things that you want to do when you're considering creating safety through predictability. The first is to make sure that you are setting clear expectations, right? Recognizing that there are going to be policies and procedures that are relevant to whatever program or service you're offering. But what's really important is that you are clear about the expectations, but rather the expectations be time, attendance, participation, etc., so that there are no surprises when consequences are prevalent or present. Secondly, do what you say, okay? When we think about trauma, all too often there is a lack of safety in a interpersonal relationship. And when we can't trust what our professional is saying to us, whether that's to a therapist, a social worker, case manager, or whatever service you're providing, if your client or the participant is not able to trust you and not depend on what you are saying, then there's going to be a lack of motivation. There may even be a lack of engagement or follow through on their own tasks and goals that they're supposed to do. So make sure you do what you say. And sometimes things come up, right? So when things are shifting, make sure you communicate these changes, okay? This is showing respect of our others' time. This is showing that you are a person who's trustworthy, dependable, right? And remembering that when we are having a safe interaction with someone, we're pulling them into that ventral vagal nerve where they're able to begin healing. So communicate any changes, whether it's a schedule, the appointment, you're sick, you need to shift strategy or the task that you're doing, whatever's happening, let them know as soon as you know so that everyone's on the same page. Lastly, but certainly not least, make sure you explain these steps. Whatever the process is going to be, whether it's application, case management, interviews, whatever it's going to look like, make sure you explain the steps so your clients aren't sitting there wondering what's coming next or why this is happening, right? So thank you so much for your commitment to trauma-informed care. Make sure you subscribe to our page at Lotus Trauma Care. If you have anything that you want us to make sure we do a video on, please drop it in the comments or inbox me. I'm so excited to continue the passion of sharing trauma-informed care and these tips. Make sure you join us here again next Tuesday on Trauma Tip Tuesday.